Hello, everybody, and welcome to Champignons of the Arena, a title I will not regret at all. My name is Johnny Chiodini. I am the head of video at Dicebreaker.com. I am joined by Matt Jarvis, the editor-in-chief from Dicebreaker.com, Alex Meehan, staff writer.
Hello.
Michael Whelan, who is part of the video team, and in the corner, wearing the scarf and the full face of quite esoteric makeup, that's Alex Lowleys, also a video member from Dicebreaker.com. We are really pleased to be here on this live stream benefit series for Treehouse, which is giving foster kids a childhood and a future. If you will have just seen a video message all about Treehouse, but it is a really worthy cause, and you can see in the corner of the screen here, you can donate to Treehouse and get some rewards by going to Lost Odyssey events.com. For the next 2 hours, we will be live with a game of Quest, which is an RPG we are all extremely fond of. Because it is very easy to get into, it's very beginner friendly. It also has a high propensity toward chaos, which, if you've ever tuned into anything from Dicebreaker before, is very much our brand. So, without any further ado, and with a mild sense of trepidation, I'm going to ask each one of our characters in turn to introduce themselves following the character sheet format from Quest, which is a little self-introductory paragraph. Can we start with you, please, Mr. Matt Jarvis?
What? Sure, Johnny. Hello, my name's Brad Icklebro. My pronouns are he, him. I'm 47 years old and I stand 5'8" tall. I'm the party's naturalist, which means, I summon plants and animals. When people see me, they first notice my chest tattoo, which is of my favorite bard, which is me, of course. They also notice my luscious golden locks. You might notice a little bit of gray, but don't worry about that. And also, I think people notice that I constantly bop and I sway to the music in my head, man. I wear nothing on the top. I wear canvas trousers. You can't see them right now, but they're there. And I move pretty confidently, but I'm a little bit clumsy as well. I'm from a herd of called Rockabillington, where my people are known for smooth sounds, good vibes, and the versatility of sweet potatoes. We love them, man. And I believe that life is art. But my naive side can get in my way. I dream of reviving my music career, so everybody buy my latest album. It's called Sweet Potatoes Are the Sweetest Potatoes.
Okay.
My stomach hurts.
Well, Lian, unfortunately you're going to have to suck it up because you're next. Tell us about your character, please.
Okay. Well, hello there. My name is Jerry Lee Dunkles. My pronouns are she and her. I'm 42 years old and I stand 4'5". I'm the party spy, which means I do lots of shifty business, particularly using various weapons and items. When people see me, they first notice my black and white splotches, pink muzzle, and incredibly large udders. I wear a polka dot dress, thigh-high cowboy boots, and a boot with two of my four legs. I'm from Carpet Brand Food World, where my people are known for their delicious smooth cheese, perfect for a lunchtime snack. I believe in the deliciousness of the cheese, but my secretly bitter side get in my way. I dream of being a respected brand spokesperson and being loved by all the children.
Wow. Okay. Michael Whelan, would you just do it?
So I won't be able to do this character introduction in the character's voice because my character speaks only in honks. Hello, My name is Mr. Toulouse. My pronouns are he, him. I'm 11 years old and I stand 4 foot tall. I'm the party's spy as well, apparently. When people see me, they first notice my big eyes, human ears, and the fact that I have the head of a goose. I wear black tie, sunglasses, and move with wild abandon. I'm from Slough, where my people are known for dramatic and heartbreaking disloyalty and betrayal. I believe that all the stars in the sky are people who have disappointed me, but my pedantic side can get in my way. I dream of swapping my head back to its original human form. This character was crowdsourced by about 10 people from our office on a Discord call 30 minutes before the stream started.
I couldn't tell.
like it.
And last but by no means least, Alex Lowleys.
Oh, hello.
God.
My name is Harry Otter. My pronouns are he and him. I'm 15 years old and I stand 2 foot 5 inches tall. I forgot how measurements work. I'm the party's wizard. When people see me, they first notice my glasses, my scar, which is on my cheek, and I'm an otter. I like grey trousers, which you can't see, a black cape, and I move 4 paws because I'm an otter. I'm from England, near London, where my people are known for being posh. I believe in doing the right thing, but my naivety, that one, aside can get me way. I dream of living a normal life. I carry a white owl, a wand, as you saw, a notebook and a quill. That's me, Harry Otter.
I'm gonna die.
I feel sick. Okay.
How am I gonna last through
Oh, wow.
the whole stream?
You know, I did not know about any of these characters, dear viewers, before I wrote the adventure and the world profile for this game. So suffice it to say, I think I went a bit more serious than perhaps we were expecting. Anyway, here comes the world profile. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yours.
I was born
Every time she opens up,
Your story begins in the populous kingdom of Underhill, a land with a rich history that recently changed forever. From the golden fields of crops to the penitent's arena in the capital city of Arbos, you'll find a land of proud yet stern people. In this world, magic is a new and wild phenomenon. Danger is never far from the unwary, and daily life is lived under the watchful eye of the Arbosian military. It's a lot like Arthurian legend, but crueler. People here are hopeful that they may live a peaceful life free from the attentions of the powers that be, but fear that the law will one day snatch them from their beds. The adventure hook here is that 10 years ago, something called the Awakening happened. When the Awakening happened, certain plants emerged as sentient beings and began to form their own societies. This did not sit well with the crown of Underhill and their aforementioned military arm. And so they started to crack down on these people and eventually forced them into servitude. In particular, criminals are commonly sentenced to fight and more often than not die on the floor of the arena in the capital city of Arbos at the hands of the mushroom folk. These are vicious mushroom people, hence champignons of the arena. It is said that anybody who survives the arena will be given their freedom, and they will be given one boon, basically, from the crown. You all, I assume, you're all citizens of Underhill, and I don't know, you tell me, as you describe sort of how you have all come together to meet, how you feel about the status quo. Maybe you're all revolutionaries. Maybe you're all artists. Why don't we kick things off, and we'll see how far we get.
Well, we're
Yay!
all animals, right?
No.
I'm an animal of a different kind, bruh.
We're all animals, bro.
I'm a party animal, yo.
I get the feeling that a lot of different dimensions have collided here, which makes you think that some kind of portal system was opened during the awakening.
Yes, let's say that.
Definitely.
Yeah, which is how we've ended up in this world. But for the sake of convenience, perhaps we've been here long enough that we know what's going on. So yeah, let's just say that we're all people in a world that we do not call our own, and that's what binds us.
Mm. We are bound by our differences,
Yes.
but ultimately we all share the same heart.
Honk.
Indeed. So what, are we just like hanging out in a pub or something?
You've met in a secret basement, which you sort of use as a speakeasy, because obviously you know that a lot of the peoples that emerged during the awakening were forced into servitude. You are aware that if you were ever to show your true forms to the Arbosian military, you would probably be arrested. You are forbidden people.
I'm only 15, so I can't drink, but I'm having a margarine beer, which is alcohol-free.
I can't believe it's not butterbeer.
I mean, butter would be very offensive in front of our companion. But I play here a lot, bro. This is an amazing turnout, bro. 3 people. I can't believe you came to see me.
Oh well, I'm not gonna deny that I came to see you, but I certainly came here for this fantastic southern comfort. Delicious.
From the corner of the room, you can see, not sort of interacting with the rest of the group, is what appears to be an 11-year-old boy in a tuxedo with a big black hood over his head that seems to be way too tall for a normal human head. And he's avoiding your gaze.
There are certainly a lot of children around here today.
I'm gonna go over because I'm 15 and I want it. I'm gonna go because he's wearing a big cape, so I'm gonna be like, "Oh, hello. Are you a wizard too?" Excuse me. I didn't quite catch that.
Is there a motor car in here or something?
I wander over with a copy of my latest album. The sequel to Sweet Potatoes are the sweetest potatoes, called Sweet Potato. And I try to hand it to the hooded figure. And I'm like, hey man, take my music, man. It's on a disc, but the disc is made of bark, so it's like a very thin slice of bark. And instead of tree rings, it's the grooves that you use to then play it. I say, take this, man, share it on whatever. I mean, please just tell people. I could do with the sales, man. I mean, I could do with the giveaways. Please just accept it. I've got so many of these.
Have you seen my fancy looking suit and assumed that I'm some kind of music agent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he sort of like grabs it and slides it into his coat, which is where apparently all things go.
Oh man, I can't wait to break it big, man. I can't wait to be selling like 20 albums.
I remember when I was big, I was selling music and all those things. And the cow lady just starts crying. Very loudly, with snot like coming out of her nose.
I'd like to hand her my cape to blow her nose with.
Oh, she blows on it really loudly.
I'm just grooving to the sound.
The guy who runs this dank little speakeasy, his name is Gus. He puts down the filthy tankard that he was sort of half-heartedly polishing with a cloth and goes, You want to keep the noise down. If you cry that loud, the military's going to hear. They're going to have bust in the door. And you know what? I take a lot of risks running a speakeasy for you fine people. That's because I believe in the right for everyone to exist and enjoy a few drinks. But come on, mate. You don't have to cry that hard about your shattered career.
Oh, it's so shattered.
You know what? I'm going to ask Harry Otter
That's me!
to make me a roll to try and quiet the grieving cow.
Very rude.
So how do I roll again?
You roll a
been a while.
d20 and you tell me what you get.
D20.
There are no modifiers. In this game, people have action points and they have powers. But apart from that, the die represents fate, not necessarily skill. What did you roll?
That's a 6, Governor.
That is okay. So this is a tough choice. Between 6 and 10, you succeed in your action, but there is a cost. I will give you a choice between two possible setbacks. Either the cow is going to ruin your cape by really, really blowing like that big pink muzzly nose into it, or the cow will be so touched by the fact you are comforting them that they are going to buy you a strong ale, and you will not be able to refuse out of politeness.
I think the first option, please.
Okay, you watch your beloved cloak turn into a sodden rag as you did. Like, you had no idea that cows had either that much lung capacity or that much mucus in their muzzles, because it just keeps going like. And then you get handed back your cloak.
I'd like to just look down at it sadly and go, "Oh, dearie me."
I'm so sorry. Sometimes I get a bit carried away when I think of the good old days.
That's all right.
I apologize for making so much noise, good bartender.
Gus slides you a drink,
She seems...
and he's like,
Yeah, she seems perfectly happy
good.
now.
He's like, oh, I didn't mean to shout at you. It's just, I care about you. You're, we may not know each other very well, but frankly, I believe that we live in an unjust system, and anything I can do, big or small, to redress that balance, well, it's worth the risk, innit?
Totally, man. Do you want to buy 10 copies of my album?
Although, yeah, carry on.
From the table, Mr. Toulouse stands up and walks over to the bar whilst this has all been going on, and through the sort of shadowy depths of this cloaked hood, you can see two quite large eyes, for at least in context to what they are currently set inside. And out from his sort of coat pocket, he pulls a leaflet and slams it down on the bar, and it's an advertisement for the arena.
The arena? What do you want with the arena, mate? Oh, sorry, my mistake. He reaches under the table and puts a bowl of water with some frozen peas floating in it on the top for you.
Yeah.
Good lad. The arena. Oh, I hate the arena. It's horrible. You know what? I stopped looking at the the advertisements for the arena years ago. 8 years ago. I stopped checking. And you know what? I can always tell when there's a bout on. People come in here. They don't say nothing, but you can tell inside they're hurting. I really feel like their very way of living is under attack, and I think it's not right, actually.
It's not. You're right.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Did you say
Listen.
arena, bruh?
Yeah, mate, the arena. Everyone knows about the arena.
Oh, I've never played an arena, bruh. Oh, let's go. Are they looking for openers, or stewards? Oh, I'll take what's going, man.
He takes a look at the rest of you like, is he serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, all
What
right.
was
He says
that?
it out loud. He says, "Are you for real, Gov?"
Oh, totally, bro.
No, it's
Imagine.
We're doing this here arena potentially make someone reasonably famous.
oh, God. Listen. This ain't a gig you want. This isn't the way to relaunch your career. It's a place where people go to die at the hands of the very people I've been talking about, the people who have been subjugated by an unjust system. And sure, yeah, if you survived, you would be famous and you'd get whatever you wanted from the crown. But you got to understand, there's no way you won't survive.
With a wild bout of honks, Mr. Toulouse slams his fist down on the pamphlet for the arena, although it doesn't make much noise because they are the fists of an 11-year-old boy.
Okay.
Well, dying's what normal people do, and I just want to be normal. So let's go.
I mean, I've been looking for a brass section. I turn to the 11-year-old boy with the head of the goose. I say, do you wanna form a duet, bro? Oh my God, I'm honored, man, or goose, or boy, whatever you are, bro. I'm into it.
Well, of course, I believe this is subjugating the people. Very terrible, but I will go in there and tear it down from the inside out. I promise. Now, how exactly do we enter this here arena?
Like, Gus is getting close to tears at this point. He goes, "You get arrested, mate."
I mean, that should be reasonably easy for us people.
That's my. Have you been listening to a word I've said, love?
No.
Well, I suppose I can't help you, but I suppose I can't stop you, rather. If that's what you really want to do, just know that I will always miss your custom, and I think you're bloody idiots.
Mr. Toulouse storms out onto the main thoroughfare of the street. Are there any guards in view?
They're not right now, but a patrol is never far away in the city.
Okay, I'd like to try and find one.
Okay. Is anyone following the 11-year-old boy with the head of a goose?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm following
Yeah,
the
we're
new band.
Okay.
No.
He's my new friend.
Our band of misfits charges out into the street, and sure enough, you sort of round the corner and you see the backs of some guards. They've got sort of pole arms. One of them has a bardiche. They've all got sort of big shiny breastplates, and they are marching in file. You can see as they go, people are like sort of looking away and very much going about their business in the smallest, most unnoticeable way possible. But there they are.
So Mr. Toulouse sort of like whips round and just sort of pulls back his cloak a bit so that you can see the goose head, and it's staring at you with piercing eyes. And he just flashes a few SWAT signals and then just darts off towards the guards, of which he attempts to sneak up and crouch down and pick up one of their belts of keys with his mouth.
Ah,
Okay, I would like you to make me a roll for this. Are you going to use any of your abilities, or are you just going to go straight for it?
I don't think I have anything that helps
Okay,
this.
all right.
So I'm just
Give
straight
me a
for it.
roll.
That's a 14.
14. Yeah, you do it. So yeah, you just sort of sidle up and unhook the keys with your beak, and now you're just standing there with a ring of keys.
Okay.
Unnoticed.
So now he sort of like steps away so that he's got about, like 5 feet between him and the group of guards, and then just starts honking wildly so that they can see him, and then starts running around with the keys in his mouth.
Okay, sure. All right. Yeah. I assume your goal is to get the attention of the guards. It
Yeah,
works.
absolutely.
They turn around and they're like, "Awakened ones!" And pandemonium breaks out. People hear this and run for cover. As wow, I can't believe I'm about to say this live on the internet. A guard hefts his polearm and charges at you, preparing to hit an 11-year-old child over the head.
Can
Goose head.
can I
Goose head, yeah, sorry.
whip out? Can I whip out a bumper pack of Dairy Dunkers and start flinging them at that guard?
Other cheese dippy snacks are available. Yes, you can start pulling out cheese dippy snacks and throwing them at the guards if you want. Make me a roll on that, please.
It's 11.
11, okay. That, I believe, is another... Oh, no, it's a success. You've scraped a success. Yeah, you start pelting the guards with all sorts of snacks. There are ones with little crackers. There are ones with little tubes. Those are the best ones. The guards are furious and start chasing you as well. In fact, you see one of them puts a whistle to his mouth and starts whistling for backup.
Yeah, she's gonna run holding her skirts up and good. Oh, Matt! Like that.
Okay.
Mr. Toulouse produces a skateboard from the back of his jacket
Yeah.
to try and get a bit of a speed advantage on the guard that's chasing him, and just sort of like attempt to run circles around him.
You know what? I would like both of you to make me a roll to see how well you can outrun these guards.
Okay. That's a 9 from me.
Okay.
That's a 6.
You both have to make a tough choice.
Okay.
So, you do stay out of the guards' grasps, but...
Can my bloomers fall down?
Mate, if that's the tough thing you want to choose, yes. Your bloomers fall down.
Great.
So now you are running sort of like higgledy-piggledy with your underwear around your ankles.
Yeah.
As for you, your skateboard breaks, or
Wipe out.
or you're going to wipe out. So basically, you come up to you see a really deep pothole in the road ahead of you, and you reckon you can probably get clear of it and not fall down if you sacrifice your skateboard, or you can stack it and live to skate another day.
I'm going to stack it and live to skate another day. Skate or die, baby.
All right.
I would like to. So Brad is just appreciating his new bandmate playing the keys like a triangle in his goose mouth. But the whistle is too much. It's killing the vibe, man. So what he does is because obviously he comes from Rockabillington, where sweet potato is the national plant, or national everything really. I would like to use my ability Wild Font, which costs me 1 AP, and it says you touch a container holding food, water, or oil. For the next minute, the container summons a surplus of its contents, spilling the excess material out generously. Generously being the operative word here. So I'd like to essentially get my small sack with a sweet potato in, cast Wild Font on it, aim it, and fire it like a Gatling gun as it generously spews sweet potatoes at this group of guards.
Make me a roll, please. That's amazing.
I rolled an 18.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is. You are absolutely doing that. You're not trying to kill anyone with sweet potatoes, are you?
No, just trying to knock them unconscious so that they stop playing the whistle, which is it's not going with the
guy
kids.
with the whistle. Okay, sure. So he
is
inhaling, goes to do another blast, and then he just gets pummeled in the chest like by this slew of sweet potatoes to the point where you are holding on to this bag of formerly just one sweet potato, kind of grimacing as your feet slowly get pushed back along the road. by the inertia created by this sudden font of sweet potatoes. You have knocked out a man, the whistling has stopped, and at this point, I'm going to ask you all a question as me, rather than, running the game. Are you trying to get arrested or not? Because
Yeah.
okay, you are.
Yeah, I think
I'm on the floor.
we're just trying to create enough
Yep.
mayhem. So then the authorities are like, these
Yeah.
are people who need to be.
Look, Johnny, we don't want to make it look like we're trying to get
No, that's
arrested.
fair. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. Harry Otter, what are you doing? I mean, it's safe to say, as a group, you are already the most wanted people in the city. But
For my music, yeah.
you certainly believe so, yeah. But Harry Otter, what are you doing?
Well, I'm literally just watching all this. I started about obviously the goose stealing somebody's keys and then just honking at them wildly. The cow dropping her knickers, and the rando human. I don't even know what he's doing. So I'm just stood there kind of laughing, and then I would like to, because I don't want my friend to miss out on this. I would like to summon a familiar, which uses is it AP? And I can summon a tiny spectral creature like a bird, lizard, or butterfly, or anything else of a comparable size. Oh, it's quite small, actually. Blah, blah, blah. The guide chooses the creature's background, personality, and speaks for them. They won't necessarily like their new employer. The familiar cannot move out of my sight, and it can pick up and move objects no larger than a coin purse and no heavier than 10 pounds, and it can't attack. It has 4 HP.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Can I just just quickly, people at home, you might have noticed how specific that description was. The reason that people have to be this specific is because people like Matt Jarvis exist, and they will take in any kind of chain of breadcrumbs and roll with it as far as possible.
That's why we love him. Okay, so what form is this creature taking?
I had been thinking an owl. Is that too
it's
big?
going to be quite a small owl.
Small owl.
So it's going to be
fine.
quite insecure about its size. Therefore, it's going to be quite...
Can I call him Redwig?
Yeah. He's going to be quite aggressive as a result of his insecurity, which means he's going to talk like this!
Yeah, that's what I had in my head!
Redwing
Yes!
the owl comes into... Have you met Redwing before?
Redwig.
Redwig. Oh, Redwig.
Yeah, come on, Johnny, jeez.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Oh, Harry Otter, why have you summoned me?
I just thought you'd want to watch this. It's funny,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
quite funny. They're plucky, aren't they? Like me, I'm a little owl with a big heart.
I'm so glad you're here.
Right, you want me to do something? You need a coin moving or a similar size object.
Put yourself on my shoulder and let's watch this.
Alright,
It's funny.
Yeah, mate.
Isn't it?
He perches on your shoulder and sort of as he comes, you've never really been that close to him before. You can hear him just muttering in your ear, being like, "Yeah, go on, get him, the potatoes, yeah, get him." Yeah, quite a troubled owl is Redwig, but he's certainly appreciating that you summoned him in order to watch this little, this pandemonium. So,
He sounds like if Phil Mitchell was turned into an owl.
yeah, I think that's
This is what I imagined. This is the exact voice I wanted him to have, so I'm so glad.
great. Okay, so
I'm Ross Kemp, and I'm about to meet Britain's most cockney owls.
I'm out of
Okay.
here. It's too
Okay.
hot.
It's hot. I'm an owl. I'm tired. Anyway, so the guards are regrouping. They've picked up the one who's been pelted with potatoes, and they've dragged him off to get aid. And you can hear the clomp of boots coming from further on down the street. It seems like reinforcements are indeed on the way. Now might be a good time to surrender. However, who am I to stop you if you do want to carry on messing with them?
I think Mr. Toulouse is already being shackled, but he's also nipping at the man's hands as he's doing it.
It's taking about 6 people to restrain Mr. Toulouse. because they keep going and the hissing is quite alarming.
Dairy Lee Dunkles has at this point
Sorry.
tripped over her own bloomers and fallen udder first.
Yep.
How do you describe things like this?
It's going, oh, ma, I seem to have fallen over and I can't get up.
Two guards hear this peculiar bit of monologuing and seize upon the opportunity, quite literally, to restrain this massive cow that's running around with some pants around their ankles. Redwig is already being restrained by a guard, and it's like, "Let me go! I'll claw your eyes out, you filth!" Harry Otter.
You've never been to the Crunch.
Harry Otter, a guard, basically kneels down and puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "You're under arrest. Don't try anything, and I won't have to punch you in the stomach."
All right, sir. Go on then.
Arrest you or punch you in the stomach?
The former, please.
Arrest you. Right. He claps you in irons.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's all right. Matt. Sorry, the name of your character is complete.
Brad, man.
Of course.
Brad Icklebro.
One of the guards walks up to you. What are you doing?
I try and sign their armor because I assume that they're here as a fan.
Okay, the minute your pen nib touches his breastplate, he goes, "That's assaulting an officer!" And he hits you with the end of his pole arm, knocking you down, and he's going to clap you in irons as well.
I can't wait to record my Live at Prison album, man. It's gonna sell at least dozens, maybe even singles.
I love how you small.
Say again.
I love how Matt's character just dreams so small. It's great.
Okay.
He's truly the happiest of us, really, because they're achievable dreams potentially.
Oh, you've never met Brad.
Or heard his music.
A wagon is summoned. You are all bundled into the back of it. You are forced to sit down on benches either side. The door is closed, and you are immediately sent off for processing. Before you know what's what, you are all standing in the dock of a courtroom where an elderly-looking judge presides, looking down at you. She says, "Why are you here in front of me?" She sort of recoils. It's like, well, I think this is going to be a short trial. You are up here for affray, assaulting an officer. The owl is in for gross indecency and inflammatory language. But frankly, apart from the hippie over there, it is perfectly obvious to me that you are all awakened folk, and thus your very existence is an illegality.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
I will admit that I may have fallen over my own bloomers. but kind of womanly cow just do what she will with her own excellent cheese products.
No. and a womanly cow has no business in this land. Your very existence is...
Oh, I have a lot of business, hopefully, in the future, if this deal goes off.
What deal?
The deal that you're gonna put us in the arena, because we've been very bad.
She leans forward a second and goes, "Did I hear you right? You want to go in the arena?" She recoils again. She spills her cup of tea, which has sort of been gently steaming away next to her, all over her case files, and goes, "Oh, this is unacceptable. Take them away immediately. They are to be tried in the arena." Bang. You are.
Oh no! I feel terrible about this.
She like. You're held there for a couple of minutes while they organise a transport to take you directly to the arena. And the judge just seethes at you because she feels like she's being mocked, but she's not entirely sure why. But suffice it to say, she's furious. Do you have any last words for the record before your demise?
Oh my god, we're cutting a record, man? Oh, I can't believe it.
Guards, hit him! A guard comes up and punches you in the stomach.
Gnarly, bruh.
Can I use... I've got a magic item called Listener, which uses 1 AP. I'm going to use that to record the judge's voice. Specifically, did she say, "Have you got anything to say for yourself"? Jerry Lee's gonna record that.
Okay. Fine.
And that's it.
She does so. You record it.
That item was called Listener, which you might not be familiar with.
It's shaped like it's shaped like a cowbell that's around Jerry Lee's neck.
Okay. Fine. Guards arrive to take you away. You're bundled back into the carriage, and then you find yourselves hastily transported to the grand Colosseum-like edifice you have, that has dominated the city since the day you arrived in it. It is a building you have grown accustomed to not looking at very closely or for very long because of what it represents, although apparently you're now all staring at it longingly because you think it holds the key to your every desire. But there's no accounting for taste, I suppose. You are brought in to the floor of the arena, where a very, very tall man in like boiled leather armour stands and says, "Whoa, sorry, a bunch of reprobates I have never seen in my life."
Well, I'm sorry, I'm such a reprobate. What am I gonna do about that, big man? Oh my goodness.
I'm afraid what you're going to do about it is die in the arena. And if you talk back to me again, I will break your legs before you even start.
Oh, I've died plenty of times on stage, man, but never on a stage this big.
Right.
Why are you gonna kill us?
Because you're...
Why are you gonna kill us?
You're right.
Sorry, what was that, Lenny?
It's like a Black Eyed Peas song.
Because you've been sentenced to death in the arena. I just run the joint.
Oh, no.
I don't pass judgment.
How are we gonna
At
die?
the hands of the mushroom folk, as I believe you know.
Ah. Do they have weapons? I don't know anything about them, do I?
About the mushroom folk?
Yeah.
You don't know too much. You sort of their ferocity is legendary, but you don't know too much about their methods.
Okay. How are they gonna do it then? I need to prepare myself mentally.
They're gonna tear you limb from limb, you small otter boy.
What? Okay.
Can I ask a quick question? Sorry, actually, it's 2 questions. Is he the only official figure in the room? Yeah, sorry, no, there's 3 questions. The first one is Honk. The second one is he the only official sort of figure in the room, or are there guards?
No, he's the only official one in the room.
He's just him. Okay. Second of all, has he got armor on his head, or is it just his body?
Just his body.
Okay. Mr. Toulouse pulls out a concealed slingshot, which he snuck through. Concealment is one of my abilities, by the way. So unless, basically I can put weapons in my clothing without people knowing. And whilst this whole conversation's going on, whilst Harry Otter is not necessarily intentionally, but distracting this person, he's gonna load a slingshot and fire it straight between the eyes to try and clonk him into an unconscious state.
Don't you mean try and honk him?
Honk and clonk. That's the way I go.
The old honk and clonk.
Oh, the boy's going here with a honk and clonk. Okay.
Sounds like IKEA furniture. Hello, we're going to assemble your honk and clonk. It's going to transform your living room. Anyway, carry on.
Can I say that this is a sneak attack?
Yes, I think that fits the purview.
Okay, once per round, when a nearby foe attacks a creature other than you, you may exploit their focus. You may immediately move behind them to perform one of the following actions. Does that sound alright to you?
Anyone.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're attacking someone's character.
You're threatening, which is a form of attack, right?
Yeah. You're making a social attack, as far as
Since it's for charity... P.S. Donate to Treehouse and get rewards at LostOdysseyEvents.com. Seamless.
Johnny, you're attacking my childhood.
Yes.
With your
Fine.
words.
Yes. You feel like the Otter Boy is being horribly attacked.
So I'm going to spend 3 AP to kill a commoner or minion instantly.
What happened to knocking him out, my good pal?
Yeah, no, I realised that after reading the description of the options that I had.
Okay, yeah.
Got violent very quickly.
Yeah, the ringmaster of the arena and the driving force for the next third of the game falls dead to the floor.
Hey! Well done. Well done,
Yeah, the
boy.
11-year-old kind of like, let's fly with this shot, and then slowly lowers the slingshot carefully around his beak. Yeah, and you're left in the arena. You do hear shouts from guards sort of up patrolling sort of the roof and the higher levels. They're like, "They've killed him! Sound the alarm!" And you just hear a bell like,
Oh my goodness!
So guys,
They're calling for
I
an encore.
reconceal the slingshot.
okay.
guys, what's the plan? I never really caught the plan.
Oh,
I didn't know we were gonna kill anyone. I just thought it was all for fun. But it seems like things have gone pretty bad pretty quickly. Can Derry Lee see a door nearby?
I mean, there are lots and lots of doors to the arena.
The arena. Okay.
One door in particular, a big double door, swings open as two ranks of guards start marching out, and then they start to fan out to surround all of you, and they lower spears.
Well, this is why I wanted to know the plan before all the guards arrived, because now I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh man, I don't know the choreography. Is this are we shooting now?
Somebody tell me, are we supposed to be killing people, or do we want to get out of here? Because I could potentially get us out of here if you just tell me what we're trying to do.
Redwig is like, "I know I'm a bird and everything, but that goose is really starting to grind my gears."
Oh no, I don't know what he's saying. Do you not understand him? He's a bird, you're a bird.
Oh, that's very kind, that is. I speak owl and I speak English, and frankly, I think that in and of itself is quite impressive, actually.
It is, you're
Mr.
right.
Toulouse is making frantic gesticulations at everyone, trying to communicate what he's attempting to do.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, this man is dead
Yes.
now, right?
Yeah.
So you could say he's no longer existing.
Yes, yes, that
Oh,
like
Lord.
in a certain philosophical sense that follows. Yeah, carry on.
I'm going to use my persona ability to become a persona of someone As long as they don't
Yep.
exist.
Okay. Yeah, I think I see this where this is going. Yeah.
Can I become the big man who was
Yes.
shouting at us?
This doesn't remove his corpse.
Hi, I'm
Does it?
Michael Williams, and welcome to Raw Stretcher.
Very good. Stretcher is kind. Sure.
Rule
You
breaker.
you turn into a perfect facsimile of the man who is still there dead at your feet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look around at all the other guards and be like, look at you, all of you idiots, you ninnies. What are you doing here? I have this under control. And now you come in and make me look like an idiot. I should have the whole lot of you flogged.
Please, boss. Boss, please.
What,
I saw
what
you
is
die,
it?
boss.
That was just a test run.
What do you mean a test run? Are you planning on dying, boss?
Don't you recognise an impersonator when you can see one?
It-
That was clearly a test, and it shows that you've not been searching people properly for items.
All of the guards look really sad. Is the
Okay.
impersonator dead, boss?
Well, that could have been
No, I
me.
know, boss. But
It looks like it. Like kick.
okay, yeah, you kick,
Like
you
taps
kick,
it with her
you
tongue.
kick the body of the impersonator, and he goes, "Oh, it just seems like a bit of a rum job, sir."
Mr. Toulouse honks, but really condescendingly.
Go on. What does that sound like?
Shut your juicy mouth.
Okay, yeah. The guards lower their weapons, and they're like, all right, boss. Are we still executing all of these people tomorrow, boss?
They're going in the arena, but they're gonna have a very comfortable night tonight.
Yeah, boss. All right.
Make sure they've got hot water bottles.
Yes, boss. Anything else, boss?
Brad sidles up to you. He's like, "Hey man, tell him to buy the latest album by Brad Ickleborough."
Buy an album by Brad Thingy. He's really
All right.
good. Anyway,
All
get
right,
out
boss.
of it.
It's available on Bard Camp.
Yeah, Brad Ickleborough's devastated because his biggest rival is Brad Ickleman. And so he's just there like, oh no, this is gonna really kill my sales. How do I? It's gonna drop all the way from 1.
Okay. Well, with that, we are now officially halfway through our game of Quest. So we are going to take a short break, I know, and show you a video about all of the great work that goes on with Treehouse, which is, of course, why we are here and why we are running around and ruining innocent guards' lives as anthropomorphized animal children. A reminder that you can donate to Treehouse and get rewards at Lost Odyssey events.com. We will be back very, very shortly, so don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Rianne and I'm graduating from West Valley High School. It is important for me to graduate because it was a very difficult goal for me to achieve and I'm finally there. In 10 years, I see myself in law school.
Hi, I'm Madeline Matthew Green. I'm a senior at Shadle Park High School in Spokane, Washington, and I'm going to graduate in 13 days. And in 10 years, I see myself graduating not only from community college, where I'm going next year, but from a 4-year college, probably Eastern, hopefully, and probably doing some kind of social work.
Hi, my name is Kyle and I'm a graduating senior at Sammamish High School. Graduating is important to me because it is my key to breaking the cycle of poverty. In 10 years, I see myself happy, comfortable, and with a house.
Hi, my name is May, and I am a graduating senior at Franklin High School. Graduating is important to me because I'm the one in my family graduating in another country. In 10 years, I see myself as a social worker working with kids.
My name is Lakia and I'm graduating from John R. Rogers High School. Graduating is important to me because I get high-paying jobs and better college. And I see myself in 10 years as a ultrasound tech and
Hi, my name is Misty. I am a graduating senior from Seaholm High School, and graduating is important to me because it's going to help me achieve my goals in the future. And I see myself in 10 years having a master's degree in psychology and working with children.
I'm Tori. I'm a 2019 graduate from Gravity High School. Why it's important to me that I'm graduating is because it's cool to be able to prove a lot of people in my life wrong, and that I graduated a year early is also pretty cool. Where I see myself in 10 years is hopefully in a job welding for like construction companies and stuff like that, and maybe married, I don't know.
Hi, my name is Simone and I am a senior at Ingram High School. Graduating is important to me because I will be the first